And we switch over. Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast. It is episode 170. Yeah. And it is Sunday, the 3rd of March. It's the first podcast of 2019. We've been away for a while, I'm going to be honest. So as always, you have me, GD, you have Doc, and we have Kev. How are you both this fine... well, it's actually a very windy evening.
Yeah,
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. So, let's jump straight in, and we are going to be talking about games ourselves. And I think one game that I'm not actually that surprised has done really well, even though it is a remake itself, it is Resident Evil 2. So I know that both of you guys have at least been playing it a little bit, I understand.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the what's it called, the remake, in your own opinions, first of all?
Remake's amazing.
I mean,
It's really good. So much better than a remaster.
Yeah, because with the first one that they remastered, it didn't feel anything different, just a bit of a polish. Where this one, they've recreated the game. It's nicer looking. It plays better. Got over shoulder view. You can, it's brought into the genre of gaming that we play. So it's done well.
Well, the thing is, it's not just that.
Shooting's better, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, I've been trying to get into it.
Because you can actually move
myself.
instead of being stuck in place.
The thing is that I keep trying to get into it myself. As you notice over this podcast this month, there's been a lot of brilliant games that have come out, and unfortunately, this is one game that I have been really excited for since knowing about that it was being remade. As soon as we saw the first images of that rat that was scurrying around in like a pantry area, wasn't it? And then we saw the zombie. What was it? E3?
Yes.
I think it was last year. And I think
so.
And I feel really bad because I've played probably about half an hour, maybe an hour of it. Because I've been stuck with another game which we'll be talking about in a bit. That has really taken my time, which was another game that I've been excited about finally coming out. But talking about this has been remade from pretty much like the ground up again. Do you feel like this is the way forward? No more remasters. It's now down to the remaking of those original stories that we had.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like some games a remaster might work. Don't know any off my head right now, but there could be.
Is there any particular game that you would like to see get the remake treatment?
I don't know. I don't want them to do it to a lot of games because I feel I don't want to take over the market with just constant. Instead of thinking about new IPs, it's going to remake a game. It's it'd be fun and it's games we want, but I don't want to have a backlog of games that I've already played just because they're remasters. Yeah.
Well, I know that because of the success of the second one, by the sounds of things, the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is going to be getting the remake treatment as well.
I heard that.
Which I'm happy that they are doing that, because I do love the second game, but the third one is the one that is stuck in my mind, and I think it is because of the whole Nemesis side of things. I mean, you've got
I wasn't a big fan.
You've got Mr. X in the second one, but I don't know what it is. It's Nemesis that really stood out for me out of the Resident Evil games.
I think it's probably just because he kept saying stars.
Yeah, that might be it as well. It's kind of burnt into the back
he was
of my
so popular in the film.
Oh,
that's
God,
why a lot of people know
yeah.
Nemesis because of the film. So they'd be like, "Oh, I remember him. He was really cool." But was he as cool as he was in the film as it was in the game, or do you just not really remember, kind of thing?
But then again,
could be what it is.
Then again, it's one of those things you got to think. What is it? think it's coming up to nearly 20 years since the third game came out. So it could be that the nostalgia feeling, which we do get a lot from games anyway in the first place. But then again, either way, they're remaking it. I'm looking forward to see them do that. I would like to see them do more with the second game as well. For the fact that I think it will be interesting to see where they go with it. So, like, for example, they did the the Lone Survivor update.
Ghost Stories.
Ghost Story update, yeah. Which gave us four different new stories into that, which was actually 4 different new modes, if anything. Have you guys had a chance to play those yet?
Yeah.
No,
I've just been doing the story, the main
been doing the story
campaign.
Not
particularly fussed with them, but I may give them a go.
I just brought it as a game to pick up and play whenever I've got a bit of a lull or it's fancy something different. So it was never a game that I was like, I'm going to complete this all the way through. Blah, 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 blah. It was just like, it's in my library, it's installed. I'll play it.
Yeah. Well, one more thing to talk about Resident Evil 2. So this news I've just seen when I was searching for the date when it came out, which, by the way, was the 25th of January. The game, of course, has already been modded. And when it comes to modding these kind of games, the Thomas the Tank Engine mod. So we've got it on the screen right now. I mean, it's, I guess, would you be scared if you saw Thomas the Tank Engine coming around the corner?
Did you ever play Skyrim with Thomas the Tank Engine mod? It was a scary motherfucker.
Oh god, no. When it came to Skyrim, it was the Macho Man, Randy Savage dragon that freaked the hell out of me. I mean,
that was fine. Like, Thomas Tank Engine's coming at you. You know, he's a big scary cunt. You know, you don't want that.
Well, let me just get the sound on this as well. I think, yeah, you actually have got the Thomas the Tank Engine's theme tune in the background as well, while you're being chased by him. But yeah, it's that evil grin of his. You know, there's something dark behind that. Giving a train a face is not the safest thing. But yeah, I would love to see more mods like this in the future. And like I said, I would love to see more of the actual stories, more added to this as well. Like I said, just for the fact that even though it is, a lot of people are treating this as a nostalgic memory of the game, that 21-year-old game now. I would love to see what else they'll do with this, and also hopefully Capcom has learnt from 7 and this in particular as well, that this is what the Resident Evil should be going down, not go back to the action side of things like they did with 5 and 6, I would say.
Yeah, I didn't really play much after 3.
5 was just basically a different setting for 4. So if you're going to say that about 5, you've got to say that about 4.
Oh yeah, and 4 as well.
And 4 was fantastic.
Okay, yeah, I agree, but I think it was for the fact
that... But then they've taken aspects of that and put it into Resident Evil 2, like the over the shoulder and stuff like that, and the aiming.
They took the good points.
So it is a lot more actiony than the, I'd say, original. I mean, 6 was a write-off.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh dear! I got killed by Thomas. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that they work on it. Like 7 was alright because it kind of got that horror feel back to it. And yes, I understand that it does still need its action side of things because that is what Resident Evil is. And like
7 worked at the time because that was the genre of horror that people were playing. Yeah.
And I think 2...
It wasn't zombies, it was just a jump scare game.
Yeah. And I think 2 works well because they took the best aspects of what they've learnt over this, God knows how many years, and they've put it into this game. And hopefully they will follow on from this. Because I think, like I said, Resident Evil 2, it's easily said it has been a huge success, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
So,
it was definitely a fan favourite for them to actually make a remake.
Yes. Yes.
But I just don't think they should, like Doc said, don't think they should just do it with everyone. Just make a brand new remake of everyone, because there's not any point to it. With 2, I could see it because everyone wanted it, everyone loved it, and I could possibly see the same with 3, but I couldn't really see it with any others.
Well, 4 doesn't need it. 4 wasn't that long enough. There was such a gap between, like, say, Nemesis and 4.
Yeah.
And then 4 was kind of like, you know, it wasn't zombies, which everyone knew. Resident Evil 4, you know, it was the plague, not the plague, the symbiote kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, it worked for that game at that time. People were a bit bored of zombies at that time because every other game was doing them. Yeah, it worked. But I don't think it's been out long enough. I don't think it was it was a hit, but I don't think it was as big as hit as 2 for nostalgia reasons.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel they shouldn't do. Do 3, yeah, fine, cool.
Yeah, do 3, but then stop. Well, okay. What about
if you're gonna do 4, you might do 5.
And work on a brand new Resident Evil.
No. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking if they do a brand new. I think the next one should be a brand new Resident Evil game, no matter what. Do work on 3. Maybe do Code Veronica as well. I don't know because I feel that. No, you say no with that one. No. Okay. Just do 3 and then stop.
You're getting too much.
Yeah.
People liked it, but then it was not as memorable. When you think Resident Evil, you don't even think of 1 that much.
No, you don't.
You think of 2 and
maybe
4.
3.
For me, it's 2. Yeah. Because 2 was the first one I ever played, and then I went to 1, but it just didn't have the same feeling as what 2 had.
But the thing is, it's like what the actual remaster that came out. I think a lot of people complained about it anyway. So.
Well, that's because it wasn't.
It wasn't
anything. It wasn't even. Didn't even look that good. You know.
Yeah.
There was nothing different. The zombies come out of the same areas. There was no increased difficulty. You could do it back then. You know, 95 or wherever it came out. You could do it any other time.
Oh well. Like I said, so that's a Resident Evil 2. Like I said, brilliant that it's come out finally. It's superb, and like I said, the remake of it worked perfectly. Whatever happens next, I think they will learn from this. That's all we can say from that as well. And it is nice that, like I said, I'm happy that Resident Evil 2 finally came out. Talking about a game that has finally come out that I'm finally excited about, Kingdom Hearts 3 finally came out after, 15 years? From its second one? I mean, I'm happy it's finally come out. And this is the game that has taken up my 2019 so far, is this.
Yeah, I've seen you play that quite a bit.
I can't. I'm addicted to it. Like I said, I love the first. Well, I can't say the first 2. I loved Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 because there's been about 7 or 8 different games on different devices, and then of course different remakes. I think they mentioned that the Kingdom Hearts, the story so far, which got released in America, is going to be coming out in Europe next month, which is pretty much everything but the 3rd game. So, in case you don't know what's happening with Kingdom Hearts, personally, I'm going to say this now. Just pick up Kingdom Hearts 3. There's a great little story catch-up thing on there that pretty much can tell you what the hell's going on. And even
No, because you still don't know what's going on.
Exactly, but it gives you sort of an idea. I was playing
that game, but you have no idea what's going on with it. It's great.
But do you really need to know what's going on?
It's like you're tripping on acid. And just imagining Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, but personally, do you really need to know what's going on with this? I think it's simple enough. You are going in Disney World.
Got
happy.
Bored of it because I didn't get engrossed in the story.
Okay.
So I kind of got quite bored of it, and that's why I haven't really played it recently.
Kev, I'm guessing you haven't played it.
Nope.
Does it not attract you at all? Is this just not your type?
It does not.
No.
It does not. I've had no interest in any of them. Got no interest.
Like I said, I have kind of got addicted to it, and I've gotten up to the Big Hero 6 world of it. Now I don't know how many more worlds is left afterwards, but that took me about nearly 35 hours just to get to that world. And I said, with my attraction to it isn't the whole, it isn't the story of it. It is the whole idea of it's Final Fantasy meets Disney, and I get to play in those.
Right. Okay.
I get to play in those worlds, especially now that Pixar is now involved in this. And the thing is, I'm a huge Pixar fan, so I get to play in Toy Story. I get to play in Monsters Inc. I get to play in Big Hero 6 sort of as well. And this is the weird thing I find about it. So there is the princess stories, which is like Tangled and Frozen, which actually follows the story of the movie. And then when you go over to the Pixar side, like Monsters Inc. and what's it called? Oh, it's kind of Toy Story. It's not. Right. It's like a whole different story from what's going on. I think Monsters Inc. is set after what happened in Monsters Inc. So, but either way, I'm interested to see where this story ends. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers as much as I possibly can, just for the fact that I do want to complete this game and see where things go from it. But I'm just also happy that it's finally out. I got to hold the Keyblade last year. I got to play a little bit, and it didn't. Like I said, after playing the Toy Story at EGX, it really got my attention of this fully.
Yeah,
I wanted to play it. Any games you guys want to talk about yourselves?
Well, I think we should mention it as like pretty much just all what we've all been playing. It was Anthem.
Yeah,
very small independent game, isn't it?
Yeah, from a small publisher called I don't know how they pronounce it nowadays. Yeah. One minute, I'm trying to actually find the video that I've got.
Yeah, but they're a publisher, then they didn't make the game.
There is. Yeah,
give BioWare the credit for the game.
Yeah. So let's talk about this then. We've been playing. Well, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, and I think it's how I'm playing it because I'm just following you guys. So I'm gonna be honest. I think the best person to talk about it is probably you, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please explain Anthem to me, please.
Well, let's see. At the moment, I'm currently fighting a Lesser Ash Titan.
Yeah, we would like to point out we are using Xbox party chat, so I'm not playing anything. You got Doc playing Anthem, and you got Kev playing Crackdown 3, which we might mention a little bit about in a bit.
Yeah, so it's a PvE cooperative loot shooter. Don't know, people don't like it being called a loot shooter. It still is one.
Yeah, it is still.
So you get a suit called a Javelin, which is awesome. There's 4 types. So you got the Storm, which is kind of floaty, elemental blasts, a lot of combos. You have the Interceptor, which is a fast roguelike stabby one.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the Ranger, which is like an all-round balanced one, which is the one you kind of start in, and the one that you started in the demo.
Yeah, demo.
And then, which was awesome. And then you have the Colossus, which is my favorite, which is more of a tanky spanky. Big guns, big explosions, big shield. Take a lot of hits. Not as maneuverable as some of the others, but still works really well.
Yeah, definitely packs a punch.
And then so it's got a nice storyline to it. Like some people just throw through the story. I followed it quite well, and you start off doing something called the Heart of Rage, and it all goes a bit Pete Song.
Yep.
And then you kind of like the freelancers are then, which you play as a freelancer, the Javelin Riders, we'll call them. And you you're there trying to get your honor back and figure out what's going on with. I can't say much. It'll give away most of the story, but people haven't played it. And it's just fun. Like, you're going around, you're gearing up, you're killing absolutely massive things. A stronghold, which is great fun with friends. Free play, which I've spent quite a bit of time in, and that's absolutely fantastic to get gear and just have a bit of fun, fly around. The flying's fantastic on it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I really do love
all
the
in
flying
all,
in
I
that
think
game.
it's an absolutely fantastic game. I think they've done really well. It was reviewed badly, but I don't think that was justified.
I think
because a lot of the reviews were based on the Origin Early Access, which was 7 days before, 5 or 7 days before,
something like that. Yeah.
The
but then again, I think
official patch came out.
I think it didn't really help because, of course, EA had to mess up again because, be honest, it's EA. It's not an actual launch without EA messing up. They brought out a spreadsheet of how you can play this game. Why do you need a spreadsheet?
That was confusing. Like, I chose to get it on Xbox because I had more friends playing on Xbox.
Yep.
I could have easily got on PC, and I feel I got Legion of Dawn edition, which is pretty much the Ultimate edition, and I thought to myself, okay, so I'm getting this, so I'll get a little bit earlier access.
Yeah.
Which I didn't, and
I got more early access of it.
No, you didn't. You got 10 hours, same as me.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is, that's what was weird about it as well. So, what was it? EA.
So I feel
Access
like if you bought,
Premiere.
all I got was a little bit of a nice armor kit, which looks absolutely fantastic. But I would like to have a couple of days. Oh, well done, you spent £70 Here you go. I was saying a little bit extra. Kind of couple of days. It would have been nice.
Kev, so you are huge. I know you're a huge BioWare fan, especially since with Mass Effect and stuff like that.
Mass Effect wise, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you actually glad that how Anthem has actually turned out? Especially, you can easily say that BioWare stepped away from Mass Effect to go and build this game, and in that time,
they
Andromeda
put a completely
happened.
different studio.
On
it that. I don't think they were the ones that had an awful lot, or they took people from the studio that made Andromeda and put them on Anthem.
Oh, okay. But are you happy how Anthem has actually turned out in the end for it?
Yeah, the only downside is obviously the loading times are a bit of a problem still. Even though they did
improve them a lot.
Patch.
Yeah, it is loading.
They have improved
them
a lot.
Don't get me wrong, it is annoying. Like, really
Oh,
is.
yeah.
You just don't get a cup of tea.
Also, what I did notice is quite a few people getting kicked out of cutscenes and then not being able to move and do anything. That's a slight little bit of a problem, connection issues. But apart from that, I've enjoyed it. Gameplay is good. The flying is so easy to do. It's really well made flying wise.
I think the shooting's a little bit off at
times. Just the gameplay and the
that's
crafting of it as well.
So the shooting's off?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. Now, I think... So we ended up playing it could be my aim, yeah. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best of shots, and you guys know that.
I'm definitely going to say it was your aim, because I've had no problem shooting. I use a massive autocannon, which goes everywhere.
Yeah, but you've got the equivalent of a a machine gun attached to your javelin. Well, I've got magic.
Yeah, but I've also played I've also played all the classes.
Yeah.
So
it could just be me.
And it depends on your play style. I've never really heard anyone say about the shooting mechanics. I only think people said that the shooting mechanics are great. The flying's great. The combat's fantastic. It's quite unique in a way. It's a loot shooter. You shoot the things. You're doing this. You're doing this. But it feels. Each suit feels different. Like the Colossus, when you're shooting, the suit kind of feels heavy. Yeah. But the Interceptor, which is like the lightest one, you're flapping around. You're flapping your arms around, but it feels different, and it feels different to the Storm, which is also quite maneuverable, and the Ranger, which is semi-maneuverable. They all feel different to fly, to move, to shoot.
Yeah.
So it's
even
all
though
about
they
your
move all
play
at the
style.
same speed,
Yeah.
they do feel different.
Can we just mention this, because this is one subject about Anthem that has come up since, well, we heard about Anthem, and that a lot of people will be comparing this to Destiny. Simple enough, because it's another looter shooter into in the end. Can we, one thing that because I ended up playing with Doc on this last night, and I think he made the good example of this, that okay, once you finish the actual story of it, you've got now this open world, but there is so much more to do in this open world compared to what Destiny did, and I think that is what was actually needed for this. The thing is, it's not the actual story of the game, it's what you can do after the game to keep you embraced into this. And I feel like
I want raids. Don't get me wrong, I really want raids.
Yeah,
I reckon it'd be really fun with friends and stuff. I don't want massive, long, horrible raids like Destiny could have been. Like,
the goddamn Leviathan!
It took you. Well, not even that. Like Destiny 1, them raids, they took so long. And most of the time you had to kind of glitch them to finish them before you had to leave the house first time for a week. And they just didn't feel thing. Like I could just be fanboy in this game.
Yeah.
It's not just that. Destiny, to me, it didn't feel fun.
No. It felt more like a grind after a certain time. And I felt it was more...
Number 2, with an actual single-player sort of campaign to it, it was like, alright, I've done that. I don't really feel like I've done anything. It didn't feel very challenging, whereas Anthem, doing the strongholds, even on hard, it's challenging and very challenging at times, but it's fun. I've not felt bored.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like me. With mine, I'm jumping in with people at the moment, so I've still got a lot of the actual story to do. But at the same time, I'm still having quite a lot of fun doing this. Even though,
last night.
Well, yeah, that was a good example. So we ended up doing, what was it? We ended up doing a legendary contract at one point.
Yeah, we pulled you in. We've done the legendary contract to begin with.
Yeah, which I was really out of my depth.
And then the stronghold, which we done on Grandmaster 1.
Yeah. But still, I had a lot of fun because I had that whole... Okay, I wasn't really helping, but I felt like I was helping. At some point.
You did stuff. That's the thing. You can still do stuff. It will still scale you in a way that you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be challenging for you.
Well, yeah, I'm going into Grandmaster at about 100 and something in my power, which when you got Doc standing next to me, who's in his 400 or something like that.
I'm 474 at the moment.
Exactly. So
I'm nearly. I've got one more masterwork to get full masterwork, which I've just got some and a legendary. But But yeah, and then now I'm looking at what gear will work on what gear and how do I want my character to be, and different setups with different kind of things. Like, do I want this guy to be? Do I want to do a tanky spanky? Do I want to just do outright damage?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm enjoying, the different components and the way they've done that armor is probably the best thing I've had for a while.
Yeah,
I think that's done a lot.
Yeah, the thing is, I do as much as I'm trying to point out little bits and pieces. At the end of all of this. This is still a really enjoyable game. And it is definitely worth picking up. I would say it's worth picking up. I think this is the first time that I've ended up going from a trial through EA Access to actually buying the game in the end, because I've ended up using all my 10 hours. I even Battlefield 5, I'm still using my trial. I
pretty much one day that.
Yeah, you did one day. I did a couple of days, but still, it's the first time I've actually done that with a game. And I do recommend it is worth picking up. Of course, there's other games that are coming out later that I'm really looking forward to, but I feel like this is a game that I will be coming back and forth to at least. And that is the main point of this, is that it is a game that I can easily return to, and I will highly enjoy. I feel like, well, Destiny 2 was already dead beforehand, but if there was any life left in it, this has actually finally killed it off, which is sad for Bungie.
I don't think it has. I feel Destiny's still got a lot to give, and I think it's unfair to say it's going to kill it off because Destiny's still got a following.
Yeah, okay.
It shouldn't be compared to Destiny. I know it's going to be and it has been, but
it's hard
don't
not
feel
to.
It should. I feel that's fair because it's a different IP.
Yeah. Okay.
Not just that, with Destiny, you had an okay game to begin with, or both Destinies were sort of okay to begin with, and then it was like, right, now we're chucking another £50 DLC to make it better because it was rubbish. Or not rubbish, but not that great.
Are you surprised that
and it's like, well, now we're just going to keep charging you that much to make it better.
Are you guys kind of surprised that they haven't really done that with this as well? Just this is from my view of EA.
I think because of the whole loot boxes.
What with Battlefront 2
debacle?
Yeah.
That I think along with a lot of other stuff. Well, I suppose you could say even with Titanfall, that's EA as well. They've done that updates for free for that. All DLC was free.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people want now. They don't want to fork out, especially now that games are coming out 50, 60 quid a pop. They don't want to then fork out another 20, 30 quid for a season pass, or have to fork out something like Destiny, another 50 quid or 40, 50 quid for an expansion pack.
Well, hopefully with the Destiny stuff, now that Bungie are not partnered with Activision anymore, hopefully we'll see them. Hopefully we'll see a Destiny that we've been wanting from that at least. But like I said, from now we've got. It is difficult to not compare these two because it's been compared to each other since Anthem was announced. And like I said, we should treat it as two separate IPs. So hopefully this is extremely successful. We've got only a matter of time to see how this game goes. And hopefully Destiny will still have that following. Well, it will still have that following, but you know what I mean. Hopefully it will not be killed off by this. Hopefully we will see more Destiny. Hopefully we'll see an actual resurgence to something that will be learnt from this. How Anthem has done. And I'll give EA their due. Look, guys, the only problem I have with EA, why the hell do you bring out a free-to-play battle royale, which a lot of people are calling the Fortnite killer, at the same time this comes out? Just saying.
Not just that, they've also released that the same time same month EA is supposed to be releasing, or EA and DICE are supposed to be releasing Firestorm Battle Royale mode or Battlefield 5. And Battlefield 5's already got a dodgy start to life, and now they're gonna.
Well, Battlefield 5 seems slightly broke at the moment.
Again, to get the Battle Royale instead of paying.
Yeah.
Instead of getting a free game.
With that though, Battlefield has a following, and it's quite a unique following. I feel like the people that will play that. Where Apex is something new, it's something fun. Like it's brought. Like I had enough of Battle Royale games, Everyone knows me, knows my dislike for that one. Fortnite.
Yeah.
But actually, Apex is kind of not feeling back, but like that kind of. I kind of like this game. This is very different to Fortnite. I'm not getting shot at and building a 20-foot fucking wall.
Well, let's move away from EA, and now you mentioned Battle Royales, there is a game that I do want to talk about, and it's not Apex Legend, before you say that. So, on the first Nintendo Direct of the year, this is a game that has also took my time up as well, and that is Tetris has now sort of got themselves a Battle Royale mode called Tetris 99.
Oh, Jesus.
No. I'm going to be honest. This is actually worked quite well. So what it is, simple enough, is you're playing a game of Tetris, but also another 98, or is it 99 people around you are playing against you. So when you actually complete a row, you can send that row to somebody else. And of course, the point of it is to survive. The person who is the last left standing, like Battle Royales, is the winner. So, yeah, so Tetris has now been Battle Royale.
Yeah, but there's not. I know they've called it a Battle Royale, but it's not, is it? Like,
no, but
it's just a multiplayer league Tetris, and I think it's a great idea. I personally won't play it, but I kind of like the idea of it.
Well,
it's a very fun idea. It's something that people have wanted. You know, it's.
Well, it's like a complete opposite
Anyone
to
that's
that Tetris Effect
liked...
that came out. I think was it last year, where Tetris Effect was more of a calming playthrough. This is no. Now you're going to be thrown into the deep end. I think the best I've done so far with this one is I've come fourth, and I still don't know how I came fourth. And I'm gonna give. I'm all right with Tetris. The thing is, I can play quite well, but it is such a rush playing this one, and more importantly, I would say it's got that slight worth there to buy the Nintendo's online subscription because it's free through that. The thing is, you can't get it any other way. You can only get it through the Nintendo's online subscription, and it's free. So I would say that it's sort of got its worth there a little bit for this. And I would say I've been playing quite a bit. I think I've played about nearly an hour, 2 hours of this so far. And it's something like Tetris is, to be honest, something that is easy to just pick up and play. So... yeah, so this is what I've been doing when I've not been playing Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been playing this. So, where am I? I'm playing Tetris. Yes, it is 2019, and I'm playing Tetris. That shows how well this game has survived.
Yeah, but Tetris is one that people know, people play, people like, and that's what Tetris is.
I don't know. I gave this to one of my friends who, she's... okay, she plays a lot of Rocket League. Gave it to her. She completely did not know what the hell was going on, and she knows what.
Well, it's a very hard game. You know, it's not an easy game.
No, and especially when you've got a bunch of people around you trying to attack you at the same time. So, yeah. So guys, I feel like we're getting close to closing this because we have someone doing a charity stream, which is starting pretty much now. But before we do that, is there any games that you guys are looking forward to coming out over the next month yourselves?
I think I'm looking. I don't know. Like, I think I'm in the Game Division now. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
I was going to cancel it, but let's see what happens with that. I am kind of looking forward to the Division, but I just don't know. I'm just going to take up most of my time.
I mean,
apart from that, not much this month.
I've got to agree with it. I'm looking forward to the Division 2. We ended up playing the private beta about 2 weeks ago or something like that. And
yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. But then again, I enjoyed the first Division, and I want to see how well this is learnt from the previous game as well. And by the sounds of things, they have actually been taking a lot of feedback from agents who have played this game so far. Yeah, well, the thing is, if people do want to see how it goes, I think the beta has finished, or is it the 4th when it finishes?
1st to the 4th.
So you could still have a little bit of a go when this comes out onto YouTube. If not, on our channel, we have got us playing the private beta coming out on Fridays at the moment. So if you get a chance, go and watch that, see what you guys think of it. The game comes out on the 15th of March, I think it is.
Yeah,
possibly.
Friday 15th of March.
There you go. Yeah, Friday 15th of March. Kev, what about you, mate? Is there any games you are looking forward to this coming month?
possibly Division.
Yeah.
Again, so it really everything I've sort of wanted is sort of come out. Really,
It's
nothing really major.
Nothing really
I'm
major.
looking forward to.
Well, I might as well mention some that we put in our release list anyway. So.
Well, there is something we should mention.
What's that?
Sea of Thieves had a birthday update on the 20th. Big things planned, and the arena's coming out.
Yes. Can we? Yeah, let's mention that a little bit. Arena's coming out, but more importantly, if you are a pirate legend, they've got a huge surprise for you.
Yes, by the 20th.
Yes. So if people are close to getting to Pirate Legend, I'm one of those people. Play it, get to that Pirate Legend. There's a surprise for you from Rare when that is when it comes to the 20th of March. So yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, other games I want to mention myself. So you guys know who From Software is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got a little game coming out this month. From Software. They are the people who brought us the Souls series, mate.
Yeah, no, that's lost on me.
Yeah, well, there is.
Oh wait, no. Oh no, it's alright. I just thought of a game, but it's not out this month.
Well, there is a game from Software that is coming out this month. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So it's pretty much Dark Souls, but set in feudal Japan, I think it is. So
yeah, I saw that and I was like, yeah, okay, it looks okay, but again, don't know if it'll.
It's one of those kind of games, and I think it's just From Software games in general. It's those who love to punish themselves in gaming. But yeah, so if you do like Dark Souls, if you do like Bloodborne, then this is definitely a game that is worth picking up. It's coming out later this month. As you can see on the screen, 22nd it comes out. And one more game I might as well mention. Let's have a look. Have I got in my list? I can't think of anything else. Oh, yeah, where is it? I think I've got it in the CTG Podcast file. Which I do, yes. Devil May Cry 5 also comes out this month as well. So people who are fans of those hack and slash games, it's back. They kind of scrubbing away what the hell happened with DMC a couple of years ago, and we're going back to the story. So we've got Dante, we've got Nero, and some guy called V who's got some magic powers of demons you have faced previously in the series. So, but I'm looking forward to this. I like my hack and slash games myself.
Yeah.
And so this is definitely a game we're going to be picking up when it comes out later this month. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Oh yeah, one more thing we've got to mention news-wise. We might as well while we're here. I think it was earlier this week. There was another Nintendo Direct that came out. We finally found out what we found.
Sword and Shield.
Yes, we found out what the new Pokemon game is called. Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's going to be set here in the UK, in the Galar region. And
it's not really in the UK though, is it? Because it's a fictional land.
It's a fictional land, but it's UK inspired, at least. Come on,
it's not based in the UK then. It's like Forza's based in the UK.
No, that's UK inspired. Yeah, okay.
They said it's Scotland.
They said it's Scotland. Okay, fair enough, it's Scotland. But yeah, so Pokemon Sword and Shield. We've seen the starters as well, which is a grass chimp. Can we get
grass chimp? A
newt.
Fire one. The newt's the Mac Depressor one, isn't it?
The depressed one, yeah, and a fire bunny.
Yeah, I relate quite well to him. He's gonna be my starter.
What, the depressed newt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got Score Bunny, which is the fire rabbit. We've got the newt, which is called. Will it show us in a second? Come on. Oh, there's the newt. He looks cute. I do like the look of the newt. Sobble, that's it. And the grass chimp, which is called... We're going to see his little name. Just saw the grass chimp. He's climbing up the little chimney. There we are. And his name is Grookey. There we are. But yeah, that's pretty much all we know. We know it's coming out later this year. It's going to be coming out on Switch. And yeah, that's it. That's all we know of this. Are you guys going to pick it up? If so, what copy are you thinking of picking up?
Sword.
You're picking up Sword.
Maybe Shield, actually. I'm more of a Shield kind of guy.
I'm picking up Shield just for the fact that it's red. And I've always stuck with the red side of things when it came to Pokemon. So, oh, there was a little bit of leaked news, which is rumors at the moment. So we had like the Alolan forms. By the sounds of things, they are going to be having like an armored form of Pokemon. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we'll get more news later down. Hopefully, we'll get some more news later this month. We'll just have to see what happens with that. So, yeah. So, guys, thank you for joining me for this podcast. It's a short one, but
pleasure.
Before we go, we can just mention that over on Miss Watsit's channel on Mixer at this time, if you're watching this live, she is doing her charity stream for is it Steps?
Yeah.
Yep, thank you. She is doing at the moment Alien Isolation, a game I know so well. Event game. Yeah, so if you are watching this on the Monday when it comes out on YouTube, we will put a link in the description below where you can go and donate for her. She's going to be doing this over the next month, playing a bunch of horror games. So it is definitely worth at least checking. If you can donate, please do. Yeah, so if you are watching this now, go over to mixer.com/Miss Watsit. And go and say
Watsit.
Miss_Watsit. Thank you very much. I don't know, is it? Thank you. But yes, go over, say hi from us here at the CTG Podcast. And like I said, if you can donate, please do. If not, just be there for support for her. Because, like I said, especially here with Crave the Game and Crave Your Game, we really love doing our charity stuff here. So, yeah. Guys, thank you again for joining me. This has been episode 170. And you know what? I like this whole function what we've got here with our characters, and it's actually worked. Doc, it's worked.
Yay.
So let me just did I put it in here? Let me see. I'm going to find the podcast ending that we normally get. No, it's not in this one. It's going to be in documents, isn't it? Sorry about this. It's not in documents. It's going to be in here. Yes, there it is. So we found the ending. Thank God. Put the sound back on. So there we go. Thank you guys for joining us for the CTG Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to us here at Crave Your Game. Doc, Kev, thank you. And of course, until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Goodbye.
Fade over.